Hi guys, so in today's Scrap Your Stash, I just grabbed this pile. Now I have papers in front of me on like I guess like a bookshelf or however, and they were like a lot of 8.5 by 11s. At the bottom I have a bunch of 12-inch paper pads kind of lined up. Really old die cuts with the view ones, Tim Holtz, all these things. I've done a D-stash, I've bought more obviously since then. I just have a ton of papers. And this was just kind of sitting there randomly in front of it. I don't know why. I just grabbed the whole pile and I brought it because I thought, you know what? We'll be able to make something from this, I'm sure. If I have anything that I use that's more contemporary, I'll link in the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. But in a video like today, excuse me. So in a video like today, you know, I'm hoping you have just things in your stash you'll pull out. Who knows where? I honestly have no idea. Must have been doing something, or I needed this paper to coordinate with something because these coordinate already. I was kind of looking through here. I don't even know what this is. Some kind of white sheets of paper that are real flimsy. A gray piece. I don't know. I just grabbed it and I thought, well, this one has borders and some cute things in it. This is like holiday paper. This is like Halloween. An SEI kit. Another one. Another one from like a expo because it has instructions on what to do and everything. So either I took this class or I just bought it as, a class kit that they might have had at the expo booth or something. I don't need all this. And then I went ahead and this was under it too, so I thought, you know what, this goes with that pink paper on the top. How cute is that? This is very much layering weight paper, though it's really thin. But we'll try it out. Maybe some of the stuff will go together. Maybe we'll come up with some kind of page. To begin, though, I wanted to show you, I have this box, and I have, like, several of these. I do not know what's in there. I thought this was empty. What is going on? Oh, I must have put some stuff in here. Let's see. I have a ton of photos I just had printed. I told you guys at CVS and they came out really bad. They were the kind that you order because they were matte. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have some Halloween stuff in here, some ephemera. Oh, yes. So what happened is I picked this up a Tuesday morning before it closed over here. So look at all these little stickers and bits I have. Okay, well, at least I have those. Some of these are from Michael's. I'm probably going to empty those things out and put them somewhere else. Apparently, I started moving into this thinking I was going to use it in one way, but it's basically a photo holder, and I have like 3 of these guys, so not that I have to use this one, but I will start with this one. And what I'm going to do before I even get started is take these guys that I had ordered and kind of go through them, and there's, I think, 600 pictures in here, guys. So there's little Miranda. Oh, that was the same day that I had taken these other pictures over here. Anyway, I'm just going to go through and I think separate them out by like, I don't know if it's occasions or kids or people, like if it really focuses. I have no idea. I just need to look at them and know what I have so we can start scrapping them. So we're going to start from there. I'll be back. Okay guys, so I got that job done. That took me a good half hour. Just did things like, I was just thinking, sorry, I'm redoing this part because I did a layout with little pictures of Miranda, and I'm like, I don't know. She's wearing a cute little tutu, and it's when she's like a little baby, and possibly, she's not wearing her little top or anything, but she's a baby. So I was like, I don't know. And then I did the whole tutorial, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not, because I don't need someone saying, oh, something, I don't even know. YouTube. So I'm not going to use that. I did a whole 40-minute tutorial. So I will start over. But in here, what I have is just pictures that I just split them up by, like, if one of the kids was by themselves, so like Diego, Dorian, Miranda, if it was like Easter, and a few different Easters, and I talked about this in the last part, and I don't remember what I said, so I'll try and say it again. There's like several different Christmases, several different Halloweens, birthday parties, things like that, and I try to separate them that way. These aren't all the pictures I have, but these are all the ones that I had on my phone that were like very early, and then everything I had on this one camera that I used to take out with me as like a camcorder, so I would record things, but I also take pictures with it, and those pictures are absolutely horrible. I cannot believe, again, is it CVS or is it the camera quality? I have a feeling that with that one it's the camera quality more than anything, so I do look forward to taking pictures or like actually getting prints of my Nikon, my Canon pictures, but like, this was really disappointing. I mean, they are like blurry, just like not good. I don't even know if I can just choose some right quick. I think these are from my phone. They're not as bad. But again, with your phone, the picture, well, some of them are my old phone, so they was really bad. And my brother and my daughter there. And some of it, if it's dark, it takes a while for it to think about the picture, and then it's blurry or whatever. That's a funny one, Dorian and I there. Universal, one of our visits, because we've been there several times. So I developed a bunch of pictures from my phone up to a certain point, so I still have tons more to do. Gotta go through my phone and delete just, screenshots, things I don't care about that I don't actually want it printed. And then just anything that was on that old other camera, which I printed everything that was on there. So they're just really bad. Some of these are better, like the ones I just showed you were a little bit better. So just be careful when you're using your camera, especially, well, the other thing is on my phone, it was from back in the day. So it was like my old phone. So they weren't great pictures anyway, I'm sure. But some of these just disappointed that they came out like so blurry. And again, is that CVS or is that the picture quality? I don't know. I feel like it's both things. But anyway, this is when every Easter we make a cake, and I tell you the Easter, like last Easter, it was one kid. The Easter before that, it was like pulling teeth with one of the kids. So now it's just Miranda and I. But anyway, all right. Well, then I'm just gonna have to gather my thoughts and make a new page. So I already used the other paper. Pretty much my page is on the back side of this. I'm not gonna 100% show everything. Well, let me just show you. There it is. It was that. Is what I made with you guys, and now I'm like, I better not, just in case. It was really cute, and I used the Anna Griffin dies folders on there. I don't know. I'd rather play it safe than sorry. I don't know how it goes here or anywhere else. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to pull out some paper from something else, because that's what I did, and I already used up that beautiful coral paper that I showed you at the beginning. I don't really want to use a kit that's already made, but if this is actually kind of similar to what I did anyway. These aren't either my favorite colors, but you know what? Let's do that. I guess I'll use this. It's very much what I did over here. Like I showed you. Let me cover this up just a little bit. I just took that beautiful paper in the background, and then here I put 3.5-inch pattern piece paper. I put this cute sticker and then just filled it in. And I used 3 pictures, and I even cropped some, talking about how I know it hurts us to crop, but we have to sometimes. So I cropped those pictures, and I got 3 pictures on that one page. So maybe I'll do something similar. I mean, it's very similar to this. Not super similar. Maybe I'll try and still do something like what I did there. What a bummer. I'm sorry, guys. I just, again, want to play it safe. But this is definitely a kit. Or what if I take the inspo from this kit and use other papers? How about that? We can do that. Okay. I'll be back. I went through here and I picked out 3 pictures. Too bad they're all like this. I don't have any vertical ones. Now that I'm taking pictures and I'm thinking about scrapbooking in my mind, I'm like taking vertical and landscape pictures of everything we do. So we're going to use this. What a bummer. I'm sorry. And also I'm running out of time. So this is very cute, very artsy. Bright colors. It's from kindergarten when Miranda had a little art day, and then the parents and everybody were invited out. So this paper's already cut up, but I can go ahead and go grab paper from my stash. Let me see. I would have stuck to what's in here. I mean, I do have this whole paper pack here that looks like it might be kind of bright and funky. Look at that. Apparently I cut into it at some point because some of the papers are cut. So let's just grab. We need 2 sheets. I'm going to try to make it more cohesive. I guess I'm going to bring this whole thing out. Look at the flowers that they were showing you how to make. Like, these are ugly. But anyway, these are like little flowers we were learning at the time. Again, long time ago. We have this cool paper on here. So, it looks like, well, I must have cut into one of those guys. These guys are the same, right? Birdie Brunch. Cute papers. They're very textured on one side, and then the other side's super smooth. That's interesting. I'm going to try and follow along with what they showed here, you know? Which is actually on the back of this now. No? Where is it? Where is it? I just saw it. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay. Done. Hello. So this set, this is the recipe, but my pictures are going to be sideways. So again, all these things, you can just switch it up. It doesn't have to be what they're showing you. And then I was thinking what we can do is the diamond press circle cutter and make our own circles, even though this came with one circle, right? So something to think about. So we'll try that today. This doesn't look to me like it goes together, but here we are. So I'm going to try to just use the same paper though on both sides. That way at least it matches. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I mean, these are cute. I don't know. Let me look through all this. I'm just kind of showing you what's in here. I mean, oh, look at that one. Okay, well, what if I was in the background? Okay, so what if we use these 2 because they coordinate? And again, if you want 2-page layouts, you don't want to cut into one, cut into the other. But I'm thinking this is the one on this side. We put our pictures on this side. I cut the circle, and then the background paper can be whatever background paper. Or we can even use this for the background too. What? Yes, I think we can. Okay, so we have that. We have this. We need like a color to coordinate. I already cut into this one, so maybe this yellow, since I only have one anyway. Okay. So those are our papers. Yeah, and then this one only has like... Okay. I don't really have any ephemera to go along with. That's the only bummer. But we can just do low-key ephemera. Okay. Let me clear out and then we'll start again. So, our pictures are 4x6. So the last one I did crop it so that it would be smaller, but I don't really want to crop these. I mean, I can crop some off of this one, but I don't really care about that right now. So these are papers that were in that kit that I already cut into, and I even have the yellow, which is such a bummer because this is already exactly 6 inches wide, and I'm like, because it'll only let me matte layer one picture really, you know, with the layering that we would want. So I'm just going to cut paper like this one. It's not my favorite. The back side is actually really cute of this paper, isn't it? Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. Okay. But I'm still looking at this as a recipe. So I have 4x6 pictures. So what I'm going to do is cut this paper. It has like an ombre look to it. You see how it's dark over here and light over here? Whichever side you like. I'm going to do the 6.5 in this direction and then 4.5 in the other direction. Trying to use my paper wisely. So 6.5 this way. 6.5. The other one I totally came up with off the top of my head, and I would have loved to publish that video. I just, you know, how things might be, or some people might be upset, or some weirdo does come by, and I don't know, so it's better to not use those pictures. So let me put that here by 4.5. And I don't know, ooh, did I cut this one? It looks crooked. You know why it looks crooked? Because of the pattern. Isn't that funny? It looked like real off, and I'm like, well, look at that. I mean, they're pretty much exactly where they need to be. And then possibly a matte layer for the other one. That's interesting. Okay, so I have this paper, but it's just blue and kind of weird. I'm going to cut my outer circle from this yellow. Ooh, that's pretty. Before we're doing yellow. Trying to think, guys. We'll get to that one in just a minute. Okay, let me clean up just a little bit, and we'll get there. I'll be right back. Now, I'm thinking about having this paper over here, and again, these papers are crazy. It's hard for me to work with stuff like this, but that's why we're just going to keep it very simple. So we have all that background, and it's really cute. So like maybe that's funny. Yeah, it's just a really big layer, right? 6.5. Okay, huge matte layers. If we have that one and then this one, and I had told you guys in the past that basically, maybe we'll do this one here because, well, that your face should be facing in. Oh, well, I guess we can still do it this way. So that's one page and this is the other page. Okay. That way she's looking in and she's looking in on this side. Okay, so maybe this is my left one. We're going to cut circles. And, it doesn't really say what size the circle is. I guess I could guess at that. It's almost to the very edge. Excuse me. So I'm going to sneeze over here. So what I'm going to do is take this guy. And if you want to gut these, you can definitely gut them. I just want a really big circle. And it doesn't have to be the biggest circle in the world. So I'm thinking 10 inch. Is that, I don't know, I'm just looking at the thing there. So I'm going to try to pop this right in the center of this. And let's take our little guy. Okay, it's retracted. I'm going to open this up. Let's take it out to 10 inches. Or roughly, right? No big deal. Tighten that back up. I guess I can put it down. And since this is a really big circle, I'm going to put it right in the center of this paper. And then I always give it a practice run. So if I was holding this, it's going there, it goes there. Does it go off the edge there? Let's see. It goes off the edge just a little bit, so I'm going to bring it down more and see where I'm at. So from there to there, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring it in just a little bit more. Just so I don't go off the page. So now I'm going to engage my needle, my blade. Oh my gosh, you guys, I need to check the time because I might have to leave soon. Okay, and I should hold the handle. I don't know why I was holding that top part. Okay, 10-inch circle. If you want to gut this, you definitely can. I don't really need this yellow paper. The other side's really pretty though. Okay, let's gut it. because the other side is really pretty. I would like to use that for something else. So let's say 9 inches just to be clear from the margins there. So I have to open this up and come down to 9 inches. I'm going to take the blade away because I want to make sure that I have clearance for this guy. And that means it's going to go ½ inch around, okay? So I just want to make sure that I'm good there. I think it'll be just fine when I get over here. So let's bring it in a little bit. I'm just eyeballing because I do not want to mess this guy up, of course. Okay, well, let's see. Me and my bright ideas. Okay, good. Perfect. So, it's not perfectly centered, but I don't care about that because my next circle. So I'm going to use this on the page. I don't want to confuse anybody. This is the page I want to use. But I'm also going to cut the circle out of the center and then pop that up over. So I hope that makes sense. That way it looks really nice and cute. So we had a 10-inch circle. And I like to live dangerously, so I'm going to do 9.5-inch circle out of the very center. So I'm going to engage this at 9.5 or so. Oh my gosh, come on. Right there. It's a little bit bigger than 9.5, that's fine. Again, I'm going to pop this on here. Right in the center is the blade out. Yes, so let's bring it back up. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm clearing that whole center area. And bring it down more. And hopefully that's pretty center so that when I put this circle on here, it's not awkward. You know what I'm saying? In a bad space or whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. I like to live dangerously too. I guess I could measure things, you guys, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my circle. So I'm gonna put the blade back down. Sorry, I know it's way down here. Just re-engage that blade and holding it here. Oopsie, my paper moved, which is fine. Why is my paper moving? There we go. It's still on the cutting mat, so that's fine. You know why? It's because I'm using my non-dominant hand and I'm not holding it hard enough. Okay, there we go. Let's take the blade away. Scary stuff. There we go. I mean, I could flip this around if I want to. This paper is really interesting. Look at it. There's ombre on there too. Very cool. Okay, let's put this up. Let's put that back. And let's cut away the carrier strip on all of these guys. So it's basically this bottom ½ inch or so, but I'm still going to line it up on 12 inches here. I cannot believe that I made that whole page and then was just like, you know what, forget it. That's fine. Okay. Nope, that scored it. Hello, Vianney, we want to cut it, not score it. Okay. You can still see a little bit of the strip there. Okay, I'm going to take that one, and then we need this one too. Go ahead and cut that bottom strip off. And that's interesting. This time when I did 12 inches, it looks like it's taking quite a bit off the bottom. Oh, gotta go pick someone up. I'll be right back. Guys, unfortunately I have to stop right here, but actually, let's do something real quick. So, again, here's this one. Here's this guy. And what my plan for this one is to put this on here, right? I mean, it's really just gonna go in that circle and then put this guy on top of that. And what we did was save a ton of paper and it still works out. Isn't that cute? Let's glue that down before I go. So I can glue this one down first, I suppose. And what I'm going to do is put glue on here so I know exactly, I know that inner part of my circle isn't going to be touching anything. So I'm just going to put the glue here. That's actually really fun. And just line this guy up so that it's straight and as centered as I would like it to be. Looks pretty good. I got a little glue on the very edges, and then this guy again glue to the very edge, this inner edge. Kind of missed it on that first one. And there we go. And if that scares you, you can always back this whole paper with like just like a basic sheet of paper and glue the whole thing down on the back, you know. But let's get this guy going. How fun! And I can kind of line up those trees again if I wanted to. So I think I will. I'm just kind of eyeballing where this one is. Cute. So we have that circle. It just gives a different look, guys. I mean, yeah, I could have just cut a little circle ring and put it on there in the middle, but it doesn't look the same. It does, when you're here in real life looking at it, you can see that it's two separate circles, you know, instead of just like the one little frame on top or something. And then we have all this that we can still play with. Of course, if you want it sturdier, you could have left this middle part in there. That's fine. I mean, I can even put it on there right now. Look at that. How fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't like having to leave this and come back tomorrow, but that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh well. Okay. I'll be back. Okay guys, actually, Miranda went out to play basketball with her dad and Dorian's doing some other stuff, so I am going to get back to this because I really want to work with this. So, we're going to have this guy. So cute. Miranda was really excited to see these pictures. So she hadn't seen them and she's like, I was so little. So we have those. I do want a matte layer again, unless I cut a new piece of paper, I don't have enough to make this matte layer again for this side of the page. So I have a couple other pieces of paper that I cut into, one of them being this, and I thought that'd be good to bring the blue in. And then I kind of sat it here because I was going to come back, you know, in the morning to talk with you guys about it. And now I look at it, look at the images they have here, because all the kids did like this little circle, I think it was chalk pastels or something in kindergarten. Look, they're on there, right? I mean, it's very similar. Okay, this again, why I don't normally work with the kids at home, because now we're going in and out, in and out. Okay, and I just realized when I put it down, these are the same little circles like in the trees. So that works out. I think that's fun. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to make the same thing, 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. And I know it's a bummer I have to cut this paper that way, but it's already been cut. I don't know what I made with it last time. I do like this kit, I will say, because everything had 2 pages, so you can definitely do a 2-page layout. Although I did choose different papers for this one. By 6 1/2, so I'm going to cut this at 5 1/2, so I have 6 1/2 on the other piece that's over here. And in the meantime, last week, I think it was last week, remember you guys, I had used this little SEI like accordion holder to put my tabs in. I use these gold ones on the paper, the page that I just did that I'm not going to be showing, but I have silver, I have the craft color, which are really cool. I have black, and I was thinking white, just to make it really pop. Like, why not? There's some white accents, everything. So, before I really glue these down, I'm going to use these guys and just stick them onto the matte layers. And these are just matte layers cut out of the paper. I mean, I can gut this paper if I want to, but it's not that serious, I don't think. Why does that look? Did I do 4? Oh my gosh. No, I did 4 1/4. Then what did I do this way? These papers are so weird. It is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, but why does it look so short one way or the other? Does that make any sense? Something's not right. 4 1/4, yeah, perfectly 4 1/4, and perfectly 6. Oh, hello. I meant 4 1/2 by 6 1/2, didn't I? Let's do it again. I was like, why is it so skinny? You guys, good thing we have plenty of this paper. I can use the other mats for another time. Oh my gosh. Anyway, good thing I didn't have any plans for this paper. 4 1/2. Again, I'll cut it at 5 1/2, so I have the 6 1/2 in the other direction, the other piece. What a bummer. I'll definitely use those papers for something else, obviously, but I was happy that I still had a big piece that still was 12 inches in the other direction. But anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and just mount these guys, there we go, onto their matte layers, and then we'll stick those on. So I started doing this way. I'm really impressed with these little squares, or corners, should I say, but I guess time will tell if they're really going to stick and stay forever, right? They're very sticky. I will say. So I'm going to put those on there, and then we'll pop this on here, and I'll do the same thing with the other 2 matte layers. In the meantime, since I was just kind of sitting and waiting, you know, obviously the kids are home, I made myself a little title for this page on the Cricut. I'm going to cut it out with the Joy here, and it's going to say Art Night, because I think that's what they called it, basically. It's kindergarten. Obviously, this is kindergarten on there, and then I can do my little what's that thing called? Journaling. But I'm going to go ahead and stick all these guys to their matte layer. And then I'll continue, you know, copying the design that I have on that inspo sheet as far as the layout. And, you know, just make it our own. So I will be right back. I'm just going to stick these to their respective backing here. So we'll work on this page in a minute because I do have a Cricut thing. I believe it's that page, or maybe it's this other page. Hold on. Let's look at our example. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so this one has like a little strip, and I actually cut a couple of, see, this is what I'm saying. So when you have something like this, you can do whatever you want. Just, you know, maybe that's a circle, maybe that's some other die cut or whatever it is. So for this one, I'm going to have a little strip going through here, so I just need a little strip of paper, and I wanted to see if the carrier had color. They do. That little carrier that we cut off, a lot of times you can use these, you can recycle them, and guess what? I think I'll use this one because it matches like the reddish color from the other one. So we can put that guy on here. We have this guy here, right? They have it kind of more up in this corner, which is fun, you know, whatever. Or I guess more this way if we wanted to. If I'm flipping it, you know what I'm saying? It can be this way, or it can be flipped. So if we had flipped it, it'd be something like that, and that'd be cute. And then the little, on my Cricut, I designed to just have a couple of little paintbrushes. So I think I'm going to put those on here. And then there is another spot for something else. I mean, you don't have to do all this. You can interpret however you like. So for my little paintbrushes, maybe that's just where I'll put the journaling card. You know, a journaling card here, and then over here. Okay, so over here it does have this, but since I turned my pieces to be more of a landscape mode, what I'm going to do is, maybe they'll be over here, and maybe they'll be on the other side, but either way, like this, and then I'll put that art night, right? So I am going to go and cut those things out from the Cricut because I'll need them to finish up the page. So it might be that I'll come back tomorrow to finish up. Either way, I have a little work to do. And I'll probably take that Joy over to where I'm sitting, to be honest, because I don't feel like standing in here. It's a little bit warm. Probably put the AC on. But the page is coming together. I will say this is cute because it has that little tree there, so maybe I will still put it this way. And then Art Night, my little title here. I don't know. Okay, I'll be back. See everything, and I'm just kind of playing around with this. Again, we have our little recipe, which I'm telling you, this video is so funny just because I had done a whole other one, and now we're doing two-page layout, not showing the other one. And I was showing you right now just the little work I was doing with some things that I had gotten from my Cricut cartridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this little strip of paper here. Honestly, if you want to kind of tie this together, you can make the same strip go across the other way and it'll kind of pull together, but I'm just copying what they had done, so we're gonna go with that, right? Definitely this kind of thing does coordinate, but it can be two different events, right? I'm just making it the one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, I think. If my glue would be ready, that'd be great. Actually, no. I was going to use my tape runner. Then I thought about it. With the glitter, I'd rather just use glue. A lot of times when this thing is clogged up, I'll take the lid from my fine tip one, and then hopefully that helps us out. Let's see. Yep. Oh, come on, buddy. Have to squeeze it with both hands. I'm also running out of glue in this bottle, but I insist on using it to the very last bit. Kind of funny. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. I have that sticker because, yeah, it's a kit. So on this imagery here, I was looking at this, I'm like, well, okay, I have this, and I'm kind of reversing it, and then I was like, well, this thing, you know, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should use this tag here, and then when I turn it over, I'm like, oh, that looks familiar. I'm like, oh, duh, it's the sticker that they're showing that you should use. So I'm not going to use this kit, because I wanted to show you how you can just take the inspo, the recipe, and use something else. And this kit, hello, the one that this paper came with, or, you know, the paper pack, I actually do have some things in here. Yeah, I must have definitely used this, because look, a couple of the flowers are missing. And one of the little strips here. I mean, this is a nice big one, to be honest. I can pop that here. Maybe that's what I should do. Again, we're just taking a little bit from both of them. This blue will bring that back in, but then this yellow kind of pops in the yellow. Oh, I don't like that it's not on a solid carrier. Let me see what this looks like. They have it kind of offset, like off to the side, you know? I could do that. And it kind of takes up some space, and then, yeah, okay, maybe. It is kind of weird little buckle because of the way this comes out here. Now, of course, you can always change things up, like, I don't know, cut that off if you wanted to, right? Let's bring this page back. And again, flat. It's a scrapbook. I like my pages pretty flat. If you wanted to pop this up a little bit, I think that might be fun. We can do that. Let's pop that one up just a little bit. Don't like using the thickest strips, but that's what I have here. These aren't super low, but they are nice big strips, so I'm gonna put that on there. So again, for me, flat is key, but here we go. We're just gonna add a little extra something. You know, guys, I'm really super inspired by this because honestly, I have so many pictures. I was just looking at all these pictures I have on my Canon and my Nikons, like my better cameras, that have just not developed. And we've been doing a lot of things up until obviously COVID. So there are some things missing there, you know, some of the trips we might have taken. But I really am excited to get these going. And then, of course, I'll have my little sentiment, whatever I'm going to write in here, which is basically Miranda at her kindergarten art night. And Dorian also had an art night because it's the same night all the classes have it. So I'm like, where are the Dorian pictures? So I think what happened is probably I was following Miranda around and Dad was following Dorian around. So he's the one that has pictures of that on his phone. So I need to get those pictures. Dorian would have been in 4th grade at the time. And so let's just put those there. And then that brings in little art on this side. Super cute. I'm just going to hold that down, guys, and then we'll finish up our other side over here. Okay, guys, so I did that. I actually did my journaling there too. So that is the one page. And yes, I know it's art night and it's very much a daytime scene, but you know, what are you going to do? I just realized, where is my little word? It's stuck on me. I have night here. Where is art? I'll be right back. Weird. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over so we can kind of focus on this other one. And I put dimensionals on this just to give it a little bit of dimension, but again, you know, I would generally keep these things flat because I plan on obviously decking out the whole book. Or okay, so art night. Yes, it's a day scene that I have here, or maybe this could be twilight, huh? I don't know, but anyway. So art and night. Oh, I designed this on the Cricut. So yeah, so I designed this on Cricut Design Space, and all I did was stack the letters. So generally, you know, it writes it out this way, right? And then I use the Don Juan font that I just love. So what I did was type it out and then let the letters be individual because they'll be grouped together since you typed it out. Just individualize them, and basically I stack them. I don't know if there's another way to make it easier on Design Space or to like just turn them. I know if you say 90 degrees, it's going to be the same art and then this way, so that's just sideways. It doesn't matter. Like you can just do that on your own, turn it sideways. So what I did was just took each letter and stacked them, and then I grouped these. And I put them together to align horizontally so that they were nice and straight with each other. And these guys, the spacing I just did with my eyeballs. So I just put this one like, just one little, you know, grid line under this one little grid line under this one. And I just eyeballed it. And then I, you know, grouped these guys. And then I put a drop shadow on it. So I did an offset and whatever they call it on there. So that's how I came up with that. So there's that. And I'm just going to glue these down. Nice and flat. Much where they are. I love this paper. So I'm really happy to have found this paper pack. It has a lot in it. It's the whole collection apparently. It looks like. I don't know if there are other stickers and things in there when I first picked it up, but it's what I have now, and that's fine. And again, I just eyeball these things. A lot of times I'll look at it later, I'm like, oh, that was not straight, but that's okay. And, you know, I'm just taking inspo from the little recipe, but, you know, switch the page up, because what they were showing you was 2 portrait pictures, and I went landscape mode, and I like the way it looks like this. So, again, it's just the proportions. So if you look at this, it has 2 in landscape, and then this guy, all I did was basically turn it this way. So I have the 2, and then I have this instead of this. It's just kind of something to think about, right? How you're looking at these things. This was actually a piece of ribbon, I guess, that you're supposed to use, and all I did was cut a strip of paper, you know, or it was already cut. So that piece of paper is like a 1/2 inch thick, I guess. And I kind of just went with that, but made it my own. So there you go. Alright guys, well, this video was very much not what I was expecting to do, but turned out very differently. But there you go. So we have these guys, and again, you can see how these coordinate, but if you had 2 different events, you can definitely put this, you know, whatever birthday or something, and then this is maybe the park, a visit to the park or whatever. It'll look the same. And I mean, I could do it this way, but I prefer, I think, the way I had it. So, alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I'll try to get images for you and links as available. I think, you know, again, you're scrapping your stash, and hopefully you have what you need. I'm sure you do. In there somewhere. If you're familiar with SEI, I don't know if they're still doing their things, but again, it shows you there kind of what they were expecting, and then what you can do with the paper pack. Oh, look at it, paper ruffle. Yep. I mean, this is some old stuff. And they're just showing you kind of what they did with this. Of course, they left the tree there. Just one little image on that one. You know, making little banners, which we've done in the Anna Griffin Wildflower collection, scrapbooking collection that I did. Oh, this must have come with some of these things. Oh, you know what, that is funny? I actually have these. I think I put them in the D-stash that I sent to the Goodwill, because I was like, do I really need these little boxes? And they were just flat, you know, but I guess that's where it came from. So, there you go. I gave them away. So anyway, like literally a couple weeks ago. That is so funny. So yeah, I must have gotten into this kit. It says it's July mini kit, which is interesting, because mini, there's a lot of things in here. I did sign up for the SEI club for a while, and then I wouldn't do anything with it, and then I finally decided I don't need to get any more things. But anyway, alright, bye now.